Integration of logistics. As industrial activities extend globally, logistics will involve more material and information flows throughout a supply chain from sources to customers, which extends beyond national borders. In restructuring supply chains, logistics need to be managed as an integrated process that seeks to optimize these flows. If all firms involved in a particular supply chain optimize their logistics systems independently of other firms in that chain, the management of flows across the whole chain is likely to be suboptimal. Integrated logistics attempts to overcome this problem. This concept of integrated logistics extends functional management to include customers, suppliers, and manufacturers. Companies can no longer afford to focus on supply-side efficiency alone. They need to use their business strategy to drive them towards integration of their demand and supply sides to build a platform for achieving a competitive advantage. This involves the complete set of activities and organizations relevant to production and distribution, as well as their connecting supply links. It suggests an underlying structure of activities operating within a process of material and product flow. Decisions made in each area impact others so that it becomes a single, interdependent system. Different levels of integration of industrial logistics covers a wide spectrum in a fragmented supply chain with many stakeholders involved. The integration of industrial logistics can be initiated as a functional integration, such as the integration of different divisions within the same company responsible for sales and distribution activities. Companies at this level of logistics integration are attempting to gain functional excellence and cost advantages in their global supply chain operations of sourcing, conversion, distribution, and after-sales service. Companies are removing internal barriers instead of reinforcing them and are focusing on tactical solutions, for example, rationalization of non-value-added activities, working capital, inventories, customer services, etc. This may evolve into internal integration, where different companies under the same corporate structure combine facilities, equipment, systems, and personnel in more flexible modes of deployment. The most extensive integration is market channel or external integration. This level requires that enterprises extend their internal supply chain process both upstream with suppliers of raw materials and downstream to final consumers. In this way, all companies in the supply chain are integrating their activities with those of other companies to achieve economies of joint operation. The market channel now becomes a virtual enterprise with common goals, systems, organizations, facilities, and shared management. Firms at this level are working in project organization with suppliers and customers, and investments are made jointly. Companies achieving this level of integration have the potential to realize superior levels of performance, while relatively small groups of innovative companies have adopted logistics techniques and tools and incorporated advanced ICT. The emphasis for most is on achieving optimal flows between consecutive companies in a chain. Many companies are still grappling with the problems of internal integration with respect to both physical activities and information systems. Compared to North America, logistics are underdeveloped in Europe and Asia. In practice, the development of logistics is partly a consequence of concentration of power through takeovers and mergers and the subsequent exercising of that power on other supply chain members. Alternatively, it can be seen as an opportunity for smaller companies to collaborate in order to achieve supply chain economies of scale that may otherwise be denied to them individually. Impact of integrated logistics on global business practice. The progressive integration of logistics across supply chains has had profound effects on business practices. These include the following trends, noted by Scary 1999. Higher interdependency between firms interlinked within the business network, which has become the new reality of industry. Performance by an individual firm affects the performance of all and determines the ultimate performance of the network as a whole. A more globalized economy links the sourcing of material and product components with production and markets across national boundaries, invoking problems of time, distance, cultures, and diverse market preferences. It intensifies competition and increases the complexity of supply by expanding product variety, searching for higher efficiency while responding to diverse and rapidly changing markets. Changing the concept of corporate enterprise. Organizations have shed peripheral activities to concentrate on core competencies that offer the promise of unique value. Greater external dependence therefore forces attention to interorganizational relationships for coordinating activities and processes. In some cases, the shift towards core business has led to the creation of virtual organizations, where the majority of business operations have been outsourced to external parties, including third- and fourth-party logistics. Transformation of organizational structure of the corporation from a hierarchy in which the manager dispenses knowledge and workers perform to the point where knowledge is widely diffused throughout the organization and workers manage their own activities. This places collaborative decisions closer to the point of action. In a logistics framework, it places a premium on interorganizational relationships through formal and informal contact, as well as on data and information systems across organizational boundaries. Changing the government environment, creating both problems and opportunities. Much of the economic regulation of transport and telecommunications has been liberated, leading to new market-based combinations of service providers who offer transport combined with warehousing, telecommunications, product assembly, and related services. Other forms of regulations to cover consumer protection, environment, and safety are replacing the former economic restraints.